Dogs have their own special way of expressing themselves. Every move, every look, every little behavior means something, often way more than we realize. In everyday life, they do things that seem funny, weird, or totally random, but those actions actually say a lot about their instincts, emotions, and how they interact with the world around them. Understanding those signals is like learning a new language, a silent one, but full of meaning. And once we start to see what's behind those behaviors, everything changes. Life with them gets easier, the bond grows stronger, and the connection with our furry best friend becomes even deeper. In this video, we're diving into the canine world to uncover the real reasons behind some of the most curious and often misunderstood dog behaviors. If you love your dog and want to understand what they're really trying to tell you, stick around till the end. You might be surprised. Why do dogs walk in circles before lying down? You've probably seen your dog spin around a few times before settling down. It might look odd, but there's a good reason for it. This behavior comes from their wild ancestors. Back then, dogs would circle to flatten the grass, scare off bugs, and make sure the spot was safe to rest. Even today, living in homes and apartments, many dogs still do this out of instinct. Circling also helps them find the perfect position to relax their muscles and feel secure. It's like a little bedtime ritual. Why do dogs chase or bite their own tails? Sometimes it looks like they're just playing, but tail chasing or biting can mean different things. For puppies, it's totally normal. They're discovering their bodies, and anything that moves is fun, even their own tail. But in adult dogs, it can be a sign of boredom, too much energy, or even stress. When a dog doesn't get enough stimulation, they might start doing repetitive behaviors like this. It could also be a sign of itchiness, allergies, or even fleas. If your dog does it a lot or seems uncomfortable, it's a good idea to check in with a vet. Why do some dogs eat poop? This is one of those behaviors that really worries dog owners. And yeah, it's gross to us, but it's actually more common than you'd think. It's called coprophagia, and there are a bunch of reasons why it might happen. Puppies often do it out of curiosity, since they explore the world with their mouths. For mother dogs, it can be an instinct to keep the area clean and protect their puppies. In adult dogs, eating poop can be linked to nutritional deficiencies, digestive issues, or even behavioral reasons like boredom, anxiety, or trying to get attention. And yep, a lot of dogs seem to have a special interest in cat poop. That's because cat feces often contain undigested protein, since cats eat a meat-heavy diet. To a dog's nose and taste buds, that can smell like a tasty little treat, as weird as that sounds to us. Sometimes, dogs also learn that eating poop gets a big reaction from their humans, so they keep doing it just to get noticed. If it happens often, it's a good idea to talk to a vet to figure out what's going on and how to handle it. Why do dogs eat grass? A lot of dog owners get worried when they see their pup munching on grass, but it's actually super common. Most dogs do it every now and then, and it doesn't always mean something's wrong. Sometimes they just like the texture, the taste, or they're bored and looking for something to do. There's also an instinctual side to it. Wild dogs and wolves would eat plants when they ate herbivore prey, so it might be a leftover behavior from their ancestors. Some dogs eat grass when they're feeling a little off in the stomach. It's believed that it can trigger vomiting and help them feel better, though not all dogs throw up after eating grass. So it's not exactly self-medicating, but more of a natural response. If your dog eats grass occasionally and seems fine, it's usually nothing to worry about. But if it happens a lot, or they vomit frequently, or seem uncomfortable, it's best to check with a vet. And always make sure they're not eating grass treated with chemicals or pesticides. That can be dangerous. Why do dogs walk in circles before pooping? It's super common to see a dog spin around a few times before doing their business. And while it might look funny, there are actually some interesting reasons behind it. One is instinct. By circling, the dog is checking if the spot is safe and comfortable. This behavior comes from their wild ancestors, who had to make sure there were no predators nearby. There's also a cool theory about Earth's magnetic field. Some studies suggest that dogs prefer to align themselves along a north-south axis when they poop. No one knows exactly why, but it might help them orient themselves. Walking in circles can help get their digestive system moving. So it's not just a quirky habit, it's a practical, instinctive behavior. If your dog does this, it's totally normal and nothing to worry about. Why do dogs bring you toys? When your dog brings you a toy, it might seem like a simple gesture, but it actually means a lot. First off, it's a clear way of communicating. They want to play, get your attention, or just hang out with you. For some breeds, especially those with retrieving instincts, this behavior is totally natural. They were bred to carry things around. Sometimes, bringing a toy is also a sign of affection. Your dog is offering you something they value, kind of like giving you a gift. It's their way of showing trust and strengthening your bond. It can also be a way to deal with boredom or anxiety. If they notice that bringing a toy gets a positive reaction, like pets, praise, or playtime, they'll keep doing it as a way to connect. It's a good idea to encourage this behavior. Even if you can't play right away, giving them a little attention helps keep them emotionally balanced and reinforces your relationship. Why do dogs tilt their heads when you talk to them? You know that super cute moment when you're talking to your dog and they tilt their head like they're really trying to understand you? It's adorable and also kind of fascinating. One theory is that they're trying to hear better. Tilting their head might help them adjust their ears to catch certain sounds. Another idea is that they're trying to figure out what you're saying, especially if you use words they recognize like walk or treat. It could also be a way to get a better look at your facial expressions. Either way, it's a sign they're paying attention. And let's be honest, a lot of dogs realize we love that gesture, so they keep doing it to get some extra love or praise. Why do dogs lie on their backs? When a dog rolls over and shows their belly, it's usually a really good sign. It means they feel safe, relaxed, and totally trust you. Lying on their back is a vulnerable position, so if they do it near you, it's like they're saying, "I trust you completely." Sometimes they're also asking for belly rubs, especially if they wiggle their paws or give you that sweet look. But keep in mind, not all dogs actually enjoy belly rubs, even if they show their tummy. So always pay attention to their body language and respect their boundaries. Why do dogs sniff everything on walks? If there's one thing every dog owner knows, it's that dogs want to sniff everything during a walk. And honestly, that makes total sense. Smell is a dog's most powerful sense. While we humans take in the world with our eyes, dogs do it with their noses. They can pick up scents in incredible detail, and every tree, pole, or patch of grass is like a social media feed full of info. By sniffing, they learn who's been there, whether it was a male or female, if they were scared, sick, or even what they ate. It's how they communicate and stay mentally stimulated. So even if the walk takes a little longer, letting your dog sniff around is super important for their health and happiness. Living with a dog is a journey full of little discoveries. Every behavior, every gesture, is a way of expressing something, a way of connecting, of communicating, of being part of our lives. When we start paying closer attention and learning to read those signals, the relationship transforms. We begin to see the world not just through our eyes, but through theirs and through their hearts. Dogs are more than companions. They're teachers, showing us what trust, presence, and genuine love really mean. And the more we understand what they feel and need, the stronger that bond becomes, a bond that often doesn't need words. If this video helped you understand your four-legged friend a little better, share it with someone else who loves dogs too. And remember, every behavior is a chance to connect. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.